We're here and we're queer.
Hell yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
That's the opener. Great. Hey, podcast besties.
Hi there.
Just a little FYI going into this episode.
Yeah, disregard all the shit talking that I did in this episode. Disregard that.
Yeah, she did a really cool thing where she shit talked me, and it's going to make it look like I didn't do my notes for this week, and that's why this episode's coming out when it is. But
it's actually just snowing.
Yeah. It's snowing. We're limited to only one recording when we usually do 2 a week, breaking that fourth wall Breana likes to do all the time.
Yeah, and then we can't, our schedules aren't lining up, so you're just going to get this episode and you're going to be happy with it.
Yeah, so we did this as bonus because people kept bothering us about bonus episodes.
Would not shut the fuck up about it.
And we were just like, oh, we'll just drop this randomly one day. That's today.
Yeah,
so
yeah. You're welcome.
If you're listening to this, you're welcome. We had you in mind, even though it's taking place of a usual episode.
Yeah, blame the Northeast.
Blame Mother Nature because it's March and it's snowing.
Yeah, blame global warming. Yeah. Anyway, climate change.
Yeah, that's it. So enjoy the episode.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're a loser.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Bye.
it. Have fun. Don't be a douchebag.
Don't be a douchebag. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. What's up, bitches?
Saw dead.
Dude. I hate everything about that. Welcome to another episode of Isn't That Odd podcast. We're not going to say the number because I don't know which number this is because it's a bonus episode.
You know what I forgot to do?
What?
The last episode we recorded?
What?
Episode 7, I think. Yeah, episode 7.
What?
I didn't say we're your host. We just jumped right into it.
Oh, well, we're your host. I'm Breana.
Yeah, in case you forgot, we're your host. She's Breana.
I just said that.
She's Breana. I'm Paul.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. And today on our special episode, we are going to be changing things up. We're going to be reading some Reddit theories for you guys today. So we don't have our own individual stories. We're kind of just going to be going back and forth reading off a list.
Yeah,
we got a little diffy.
We got some cool, fun, short Reddit conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
and
some of them are really fucking stupid. Some of them are really fucking funny.
Yeah, so we're going to see how this goes.
I was cackling when I was compiling this list.
Yeah, this was something Breana and I have wanted to do for a while because we have these pop up on our TikTok For You page every so often. And so they're just ones we...
I love how I said all the time and you said every so often.
Yeah, no. So these are ones that we see and we want to like talk to each other about and then we don't. But now we're doing a whole episode on it.
No.
So we can have a whole conversation about it. I had to hiccup. Don't be a bitch.
And then there'll probably be more of these coming in the future because I think this is going to be fun. So that we'll probably be doing more. So, yeah, it'll come whenever. This episode is most likely going to get released when Paul decides to not do his notes and I have to scramble to find an episode to release. So that's when this is probably going to be coming out.
Which is most likely going to be sooner rather than later, but we'll find out.
Now that you know that there's going to be one like in the queue, you're going to be like... We can only record one episode today.
Sorry, I feel sick. I only have enough for one in me.
Fucking dickhead.
Any hoozle roozle, so...
Any hoozle roozle.
Snoozle phone.
Kloozle?
Ring, ring, ring. Banana
Yellow.
phone. Oh.
Yellow. Anyway, Paul's going to be going first today because he's a big baby. So, Paul, the floor is yours, my dear.
Thank you. I'm not a big baby. I'm a little baby.
I'm a real boy. Anywho.
I feel like we should have more banter beforehand.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Paul got really political in our last episode, and I can't wait for that episode to come out.
Yeah. So we're going to break the fourth wall, as Breana says, because we do that all the time.
We don't do anything. I do things all the time, and you yell at me about them.
Yeah, we're recording
and I still do them.
We're recording this synonymously with episode 7
and 8.
So if you haven't listened to 7
or 8,
go do it because
if not, you're going to be, quote, fucking us raw.
Yeah.
TBT.
And if you want to hear me kind of go off the rails and completely just disregard my conspiracy and call a lot of people stupid, that's where you do it.
I wish that we recorded like with a camera because I was just staring at you over the mic. I was just like, I don't even know what to contribute to this conversation.
You would just see me deadpanning my notes and just like in general and just going at it, and Brown is just like,
Yeah, I agree. I don't have anything to say.
But to be fair, she agrees with most of what I said. It was just...
I mean, if I didn't, we probably would have gotten in a fight. I mean, not that I lied. I did agree with I think everything you said. I don't think there's anything I didn't really agree with.
If you didn't agree, we'd have an issue.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. There was nothing that I was like, all of it I was like, yeah. That's why
it all boils down to just being a good fucking person.
Yeah, that's why I had nothing to add. That's why I was just staring at you. I was like, yeah.
That's fair enough. Episode 8, I'm really excited for. I'm not going to spoil anything because, well, this probably won't.
I think it's going to come out after.
Do you think this is going to come out after?
Yeah.
Yeah, so episode 8 is really great.
Yeah, episode 8, if you guys didn't listen to it, go back and listen to it, but it has Paul's husband, Andrew.
It's our first special guest episode. So we have I think, a few kind of lined up, and we never really...
It's all behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, behind the scenes stuff, and we never really got it rolling, but we finally did, and he's our first special guest, and he goes over all sorts of Disney conspiracy theories and stuff.
We haven't listened to anything yet, but I bet it was really good.
Yeah, I kind of peeked at some of his notes. He doesn't know yet, so I kind of know what he's going to talk about. I feel like you'll have a lot of commentary for it because I think some of it's about like actual Disney movies, and I know you've seen them.
See, I thought
it's not necessarily like about the parks or something.
I thought he was going to go after the parks because I've never been to the parks. I mean, I have when I was younger, but that doesn't count because I don't remember it.
No, I think it covers a lot of the movies and like different theories within the movies. So
okay.
If you ever listen, go listen. It's a fun episode.
Yeah.
I say that as we haven't recorded it yet, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's going to be a very fun episode. And then, before I forget, I kind of threw it in there last episode, but I just wanted to give another shout out to our friend Max, who also has another podcast. It's called We'll Name This Shit Later. It's a podcast for 20-somethings by 20-somethings, a young man's perspective on pop culture, life, all in a comedic relief. So check that out. It's a really good podcast.
Yeah, he supports us a lot, so we're going to support him a lot.
Heck yeah. Hi, Max.
Friends supporting friends.
You have to say hi to Max.
Hi, Max. I personally haven't met you yet, but you seem like a pretty cool dude.
Max is really cool. When we went to college together, our friendship was kind of like the thing where, like, if I went to go get food without him, we would fight about it all the time because like, I can't believe you fucking went without me. Like, it was just like we went everywhere together. It was so funny.
Speaking of food, what are you doing for lunch?
I don't know. I keep asking you that. I don't know anything.
What are you in the mood for? I'm not that hungry, so I'll just go along with whatever you want.
I'm not that hungry either.
It's just one of those things where I'll just get something that sounds good.
Yeah.
Depending on where we go.
I'm not that hungry either. I guess we'll figure it out.
Oh. Well, great.
I know that I do want a bevy, so we do have to go somewhere and get a bevy.
You want a bevy? What kind of bevy?
I don't know. Just a bevy.
Do you want like a smoothie? Do you want to go try that?
Actually, yeah, that's where we're going. Oh, we're going to go try the smoothie place. I'm real fucking excited, but I love smoothies. They're so good.
Brianna's a whore for smoothies.
I'm a fucking whore for smoothies. I will swallow up a whole smoothie. I love smoothies. Why are you looking at me like that? How else do you drink a smoothie? You swallow
I won't go rated R here, but I can get behind a good smoothie. It just depends on what kind of smoothie it is.
I know. Paul's like really picky. Sometimes I'm always trying to try new smoothie places because my thing is I don't like making things myself because it kind of takes away from it because you're anticipating it for so long. Mm-hmm. When you get it from somewhere, you're only anticipating it for a little bit, so it's like the gratification of it is so much better.
Instant gratification.
Yeah, and so whenever I try a new smoothie place and I'm going into work, I'm like, hey, check out the menu. Like, what do you want to try? And then he's always like, oh, this, but with this. And then if they don't have this, then get this. And then if they don't have this, then get this.
Well, yeah, because it's like the one I got was strawberry banana. I was like, that sounds good, and like with coconut flakes. I'm like, why?
You never said anything about the coconut flakes.
Or the ones we had before,
oh
it was like peach and mango, but with carrots. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like
the one we had before,
just leave it at peach and mango.
The one we had before, they don't even have like regular dairy. They only have like oat and like almond milk or coconut water. And I was like, fucking coconut water.
Yeah, it's just I want to be healthy, but to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, I want to drink a smoothie that's supposed to be healthy. It makes me feel healthy, even though it may not be, and just feel good about myself.
I do love smoothies, though. They're really good. And I could fuck up an acai bowl. I'm constantly craving an acai bowl. They're so fucking good.
I have a place we might be able to go.
Fuck yeah.
If you want an acai bowl.
Fuck me up. Yep.
It's like a protein smoothie acai.
I'm all on it. Yep.
Okay, great. So we just figured out what lunch is, and you came with us on that journey, so thank you.
I was like, who did? I thought you were talking to me.
The fucking podcast.
I thought you were talking to me.
The podcast babes.
I was like, we're having a conversation. Of course I came with you on that
Podcasties? Is that what we figured out
Podcast
before?
besties.
Podcast besties.
Yeah. Yeah. Podcast besties. We're the podcasters, and there are podcast besties. Except if you're a dickhead.
Then, bye.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Bye.
Anyway, so for our episode today, like we said 10 minutes ago, or whatever, I don't know how long it is. Don't fact check me. We're doing a fun Reddit theory episode today.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through a bunch and talk about them and zip through them. And
you're making me so anxious. My heart is pounding.
You ready? Let's go. Like that. So I will start us off today. So this is going to be a theory from user TBHIDEK, my name. So that's cool.
Samesies.
So their theory posted to Reddit was celebrities aren't actually giving their kids absurd names. They just aren't publicizing their legal names.
I 100% believe that. Specifically, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but Elon Musk's kid.
That was the first one that popped into my head.
Have you seen the video of someone they pronounced the quote name correctly, and he just stared at them and was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like he had no idea what the fuck it was.
I can say I feel like one person who definitely named their kid correctly and is publicizing it is Trisha Paytas. Let's be real. I love her.
Oh yeah,
we
she's
talked
fucking
about this
batshit
before.
crazy enough. Yeah.
But Malibu Barbie definitely. And then I know Katy Perry had a child named her Daisy, and I feel like that could go either way.
Don't talk shit about the name Daisy because that's my middle name.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying, but I'm saying because it came around the time when she released her song Daisies. But also, it's a really pretty name. So if it was a name, I could see it actually.
It is a really pretty name. That was my great grandmother's name. That's why I have it.
Oh, really?
Name, yeah.
Didn't you say that Gwyneth Paltrow had like a kid Apple or something?
Yeah,
like that?
I'm pretty sure it was Gwyneth Paltrow who named her kid Apple. And then there's I think Michael Jackson's son is named Blanket or something, or Blanky.
Huh. I don't know. But I could definitely get behind that one. It makes sense because they're going to be in the limelight and spotlight because obviously they're your child.
Yeah.
Hashtag Nepo baby, but hashtag Nepo baby.
Oh, like Hailey Bieber.
Yeah. Fuck her. And Kylie Jenner.
Hashtag we stand Selena.
Hashtag
I love Selena Gomez.
I do too.
She was. I didn't realize it in the moment, but she was 100% a part of my bisexual awakening as a child.
Really?
When I was younger, yeah.
Did you want to lick?
No, I was just obsessed with her. You just had to make it weird.
I mean, you just said it was part of your bisexual awakening.
Yeah, but not in that sense. It's just that I was overly obsessed with her, and I realize now it's just because I was I thought she was pretty. That's what it was.
So you agree? You think you're pretty?
No.
Oh.
Anyway,
but yeah, for that one, definitely think it's real. I would say, in my opinion, that is true.
You know what we should do? For all these theories, if you have any opinions about them, you should email us or DM us and let us know what you think about them.
Yeah, let us know all of your thoughts regarding any of them, especially on YouTube. This is posted on YouTube too, at isntthatoddpod. So there's a whole comment section down there. So let us know what you think.
Paul's all over the YouTube deal. That's his deal.
Yeah, so let us know what you think down there. Maybe we'll respond to some in a future episode and kind of let you know. Or email us, isntthatoddpod@gmail.com. Message us on Instagram. All the same, really, instead of me saying it 5 times. So let us know.
Shut up.
But for this one, I say true.
Shut up.
What do you think?
True, yeah. I said true, yeah.
We should say true or false after each one.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. We're just figuring this out all on the spot. I love that you guys are here for that.
Yeah. So definitely true.
Okay, so the next theory that I have is from user... how do you pronounce that?
GEYAG 79675.
Oh, you're just... Okay.
Yep. Not even going to try.
This theory is that human cloning has already been done or attempted. Some government agency has probably cloned a human and they are watching over that right now. 100%.
So, they made a clone and they're surveilling that clone?
They're seeing how the clone reacts, if it's, actually acts like the person that they cloned it from, or if it's, its own, separate thing.
Do you think there's multiple clones and that's why the CIA spies on us? Or FBI? Or... Yeah, no, CIA. No. I don't know. One of those. Whatever. You know how...
The one who spies on us...
Hey, FBI man.
The one who spies on us, who listens in right now, is the NSA. I've told you this so many times.
That's what it is, NSA. So do you think maybe that they have a bunch of clones and it's just easier to spy on everybody as opposed to
I think that they just have a facility of them where they're just experimenting on it. But I will say this, because everybody is so worried about the government having their DNA. If the government does decide to clone me, that's their own fucking problem, because she's going to be a fucking bitch.
See, that is... So this definitely would correlate with, the 23andMe and stuff, because I personally haven't done that. Because I am one of those people that's y'all don't need to have my DNA, even though I know most likely they probably already do in some sense or way already. But I'm just I'm not going to willingly send it
I used to think that, and then I did it, and then the more I was thinking about it, it's honest to God, if you clone me, that's your own fucking fault. You have to deal with her now.
That's true.
That's your own fault.
But then I think about, are the results even real? And I just go down a whole spiral in my head of they're just taking your DNA and just spitting out results they think are...
I 100% think that they do, though, because they did clone, I think it was a lamb or a sheep or something. Successfully.
Oh, they successfully cloned animals?
Yes.
Really?
At least it was a lamb or a sheep. Yes.
How the fuck?
So who's to say that they're not doing it to humans?
They definitely...
And you were also just saying a few episodes ago when we were talking about the Titanic that the government always has some kind of advanced technology. So what makes you think that they wouldn't have that now in 2022?
Not
when
2023? Anyways, but yeah, I was definitely going to say, I don't know if I necessarily believe they've gotten to that point yet, but I definitely believe that they're either working towards it or have technology that's very close to being able to do such a thing.
I 100% say it's true. 100%.
So I would... This one, I say neutral. I say definitely is most likely going to happen in the future. I'm not sold that it's already happened. So for the next one, from user cybernetic_whale, Epstein was murdered to keep the world elite secrets for being outed.
Yes.
I fucking love this one.
Yes. 100%.
Easily.
100%.
Easily.
100%.
Why do you think we haven't seen the list of people yet?
100%. 100%. 100%. I have nothing against this theory. 100%.
No, I'm so excited this is included.
Circling back, I really wish that everyone could just see Paul vibrate.
I love this.
This
is my favorite theory. My favorite theory. Because it's not even a theory. We know it's fucking true.
Yeah.
Those guards aren't just going to go fucking snooze-a-doos all of a sudden. The cameras aren't just going to suddenly not work as they've been working the whole time.
Yeah.
There's obviously... This motherfucker got murdered because if he didn't, he would have had to expose everybody that's part of it. And those motherfuckers are rich.
Yep.
And they have the hands up everybody's asses. Mm-hmm. So if they got found out...
Not in a good way.
No. So if they got found out, boy... I just took a sip of my drink to pretend it's tea.
Oh, that's what that was.
Tea. Yeah.
And that's the motherfucking...
But yeah, no, this one I say true with fucking flying colors, babe.
Samesies.
Because then you have, I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but essentially his accomplice. She got arrested, and you haven't heard shit about that either. So they're definitely trying to cover that up, too.
I'm surprised that it hasn't come out that she's, quote, committed suicide yet. I was
expecting it. I'm still expecting it.
I just thought it was going to happen a lot sooner because he got arrested and I swear to God, like 2 weeks later he did it.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was like all the memes on Facebook about it? Because I do. I was sharing a meme about it, I swear to God, every single day when it happened. I just hit the mic.
Like what? My name on Call of Duty, for anyone that doesn't know, is Jeffrey Epstein.
I saw one where it was like, because you know how they used to do the thing where they would stack all the old DVD cases and then like the first letter of each thing would like spell something?
Oh,
it was stacked and it was like Epstein didn't kill himself. And then there was one TikTok I saw where a guy was working on the power lines and he was climbing all the way up and he got to the very top. He's like, look at the note that's up here. It's crazy. Oh my God. And it's just like Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, no, I love all those memes. And it's just, it could even be like simple ones where it's just like, yeah, in 1890, the Roman, whoever X, Y, and Z did this, and also Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Like everything, it would be some like weird fact or statement, and then at the very end, it would just be Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I'd post those all the time.
I agree. 100%.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I love it. I'm so glad we talked about that. The podcast can announce. I'm satisfied.
And that's it.
But yeah, bye. No, this one 100% true without a doubt. If you don't believe it,
you're wrong.
Your head is just in sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The next theory we have is from user Yeeted Apple. Sames. The CIA regularly posts, quote, ask Reddit questions about conspiracies to see if people are catching on to the real conspiracies yet. I don't know if it's the CIA specifically, but 100%. They're definitely posting shit to see what people are saying.
What the fuck is ask Reddit questions? Like the AMAs?
Yeah, so it's like ask Reddit and it's like, am I like... There's like, that's where I got most of these questions from. I would literally just like went on Reddit and like went to ask Reddit and like put in conspiracies and it's just like, and you just literally just like ask Reddit a question. It's like a whole thread and everyone asks like, they're not one specific topic, but they're just questions you can ask like a big majority of Reddit.
Oh, I mean, I
forgot, Paul, you don't use Reddit.
Yeah, no, I don't know her, but I could see that for sure because they want to gauge
to see who's on to stuff and who's not.
Yeah. And so if they ask something and the population is like, no, it's this. And it's like, nah, y'all stupid idiots are so far off. We don't have to worry about it. And then they just keep doing what they're doing. Or if they're just like, shit, you're getting really close and have to like divert and figure out ways to kind of throw us off the scent, if you will. Mm-hmm. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I'd say it's true.
True. I agree.
So from user Crazed Little Mermaid. Love that. She's my favorite princess, by the way. I've said that before. Ariel's my favorite princess.
Yeah. Stacia's too.
We have good taste. So the theory from this person is companies create hashtag companies create, quote, shortages just to give an excuse to raise prices. Not all shortages, but a good chunk of them.
I think I agree with that. Not
100%.
all of them. Like, obviously, like, not, like, I can't even, like, think of one, but just, like...
I don't know if I necessarily... I could believe the price one, too. I'm not saying it's not real, but they definitely will make fake shortages just to increase demand.
Yeah, I feel like there's, like, so... I mean, granted, it is from the pandemic, too. There really was a lot of shortages, but I think some of them were just completely fabricated.
And that's something I've seen at, like, Disney. They'll come up with new stuff, and they'll put it in, like, their stores in the parks, and then people will just grab a ton of them and resell them. And they have a ton out back, but they only release them in spurts. But they could just have them... They could quite literally just flood the floor with them, and resellers obviously would need to
That's what
resell,
people think that...
and it would just create so much fucking unnecessary demand.
That's what people think that certain makeup people who have lip injections think that's what she does. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to cease and desist. But
huh? Say that more time?
A certain makeup influencer, mogul, whatever you want to call it, who has lip injections, who's part of a very famous TV family.
Got it.
They think that she does that. She only buys, like, a small amount of unit of her things, and then obviously it sells out because there's only, like, let's say, like, 2,000 of them. Obviously they're going to sell out, and then she's like, oh, I sold out of all my stuff. But it's, like, because...
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's definitely... I definitely think companies, influencers, whatever, will do that specifically just to, like I said, create more demand. Mm-hmm. So if they say... like
if
that,
you want something and you can't have it, you want it more.
Exactly. Especially so in that instance, if it's a new... kit that comes out.
Yes.
If it's a new kit and there's only 2,000 of them and clearly at least, 10,000 people want them, it's a 2,000 sell out, they're going to be like, oh my God, it's all gone.
Yep.
And then people can be like, shit, like a lot of people want this. I want it. This is really popular. This is the next big thing. And then
the restock comes out.
But realistically, it's just only like 2,000 units and it's not even as big as people are. Yep. So I 100% agree.
Me too.
And companies... That's essentially, I feel like that's almost like oil. Like oil right now that, we have all these we do have shortages because of all the sanctions and stuff and the war and Ukraine and all that. But oil companies are making the biggest fucking profits they've ever made in their life and creating this, demand and saying, we don't have enough, so we're going to raise the prices when it's like they have enough. Yeah. And they could just drill for more. They just choose not to.
Yeah.
So I agree. 100% true.
Okay, so what
do you think? Did you say true or false? I don't remember.
I said true.
Oh, okay.
Our next theory is from user SK.
It's the flair on that. SK.
SK1711. The 10-year challenge on Facebook in 2019 was actually just a front by programmers to gain data and examples to train facial recognition and age progression software.
What the fuck is the 10-year challenge?
So, like, you didn't do that? I did that.
No.
It's like, so in 2019, you posted a picture from yourself from 2009 to 2019. It was a 10-year challenge to see how you're different, like your glow up, things like that.
Oh.
Kind of like Throwback Thursday.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I forgot you're old.
I can... Shut up. I had to put it in MySpace terms.
MySpace terms? I didn't have a MySpace.
Could see that. I don't think that's too far off.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it's like specifically they put it out for that, but I think once they saw it, and then Zuckerberg was probably like,
It's probably like, I could do something with this. I mean, Apple and all them have to create their Face ID technology one way or another, and that's, with all the different unique faces and expressions and makeups of people, they need to know, they have to have, a wide variety, whatever. So I could see that. Yeah,
I
say true.
I think I agree with that, yeah.
I'll say true. For the next one, from user The Librarian Girl. Oh, we love a book smart queen.
Me. I'm a book smart queen.
So this is your theory.
No. I actually don't know what the theory is.
The Department of Transportation bought too many of those orange barrels and now have nowhere to store them, so they just place them for miles along the highway.
I think this is so fucking funny. I think that's, when I put this in here, I was just giggling. I think it's so fucking funny. Do you know what it's talking about? Like, when you're driving along the highway and it's like there's always construction, there's always those those orange things there. It's just because they have too many of them and they have no place to put them, so they just leave them there.
I don't believe that.
I think.
I don't believe that. Because there's so many other places they could just throw them.
They're just, what do you mean?
And usually when I see them, there is quite literally construction. Unless they're doing construction, but that would just be too costly.
Paul does this really fun thing where when he's talking and then I go to talk and then he just talks louder than me.
I want to get my point across.
Yeah, but then I'm talking and then you just start talking.
Wait till I get my point across.
But if I'm already talking and then you start talking louder than me, you need to wait for me to get my point across.
No.
Anybody want to be the new co-host of the show?
That's rude.
Anyway, I think it's so fucking funny. Because just think about all the times you've just been driving randomly and there's just like these random barrels everywhere. I believe it. 100%. Do you think they just have a warehouse to store them
I think it's fun and funny, but I can't.
You think they just have like a fucking warehouse where they store these barrels? No.
Because you got to think
we live in Massachusetts.
Each town probably has their own place to store them.
No,
it's not like a statewide thing.
It is.
They probably have. Well, towns do construction of their own, so they're going to need space for them.
The ones you see in your town are different, though.
Oh my god, I get it. It's fun. It's funny. This one I'm going to say is false.
You're wrong. It's true. Anyway.
Fair.
Our next theory is from user Bert620. Women's clothes lack pockets, so purse/bag industry can thrive. 100%. 100%.
There's no reason girls' jeans and pants can't have pockets.
Yeah, first of all, I fucking hate wearing jeans. If I have to wear jeans, just know I'm being forced to wear them. But I wear leggings all the time, and if my leggings have pockets, I'm buying all of them.
And especially
I have like 10 pair of the same leggings because they have pockets in them.
And I feel like I see this all over the place where girls are just like, why don't we have pockets? Like, I want pockets. And they go and buy like men's pants or whatever to get the pockets. And it's like, there's no reason there shouldn't be pockets.
Men, I swear to God, could put their whole fucking life in their back pocket.
I basically do. But it's because, the bags and purses, that's what a girl is supposed to wear. That's what a girl is supposed to have. So if they had pockets, they wouldn't necessarily need it because, cell phone, wallet, whatever can go in the pockets. But they have no pockets. They need something else, so they bring a purse.
It's so funny. Every time we go somewhere, Kiwan just throws literally everything you can fucking imagine in my purse. Everything. He just has like 10 things. He just throws them on my purse. And I'm like, you don't need all of that.
Phone, wallet, chapstick, tissues.
Glass cleaner wipe. Glasses for his glasses.
An extra t-shirt just in case.
Swear to God.
A hat. Some socks.
Pinch poke.
It's like Mary Poppins bag.
Literally. So I think that's 100% true.
That one I absolutely believe too. It goes back to just what women are expected to do and be like, and that's a whole conversation. I'm not going. I already had my blow up conversation in episode 7. I'm not going to do it here. So for the next one from user get_a_username.
I love that.
Love that. He should get a username.
How do you know it's a he? They.
That just sounds like something a guy would do.
Oh, yeah,
that just sounds like stupid guy humor.
I guess.
Let's be real.
Whatever.
The mattress mafia. Mattress stores are money laundering schemes.
If you know why this is so funny.
From a personal perspective, in my line of work, I don't see it.
In my line of work, I know that's not true. But then there's other companies. For example, I'm name dropping mattress firms. There's no reason for there to be 20 mattress firms in a small town.
However, we did get some insight to why that's a potential thing. Is because I guess...
Oh, yeah.
Mattress firm essentially bought up a bunch of smaller companies, and those companies had storefronts. So mattress firm just threw their name on those storefronts instead of closing them for some reason, which I would think...
But I feel like makes it more...
Yeah, because if I acquired...
No, but it makes the theory more real.
That's true. Because if I was in like mattress firms... Again, this is all allegedly. We're not saying mattress firm is money laundering. This is just our opinions, alleged, whatever, not fact. So I don't understand why, if they overtook all these stores and these stores had storefronts and they're right across from each other, because obviously they were probably dueling at one point, you don't need 2 stores. So why would you go through the hassle of staffing that store, paying for all the training, orientation, the lights, the lease? Like, why would you double up all that cost just to have across the street stores? But I guess you could say the same about like Dunkin' Donuts, because especially here.
No, Dunkin' Donuts is different because every Dunkin' Donuts you go to is a different experience. It's not supposed to be, but it is. And I'm saying that as someone who used to be a manager at Dunkin' Donuts for a long time. every Dunkin' Donuts is a different experience, a different crew, different...
I get it's a different experience,
like, even if you go down... Okay, so we live in Massachusetts, so iced coffee, we'll say like a medium iced coffee here made regular, is made with 3 creams and 3 sugars. If you go to Florida and order an iced coffee and it gets made regular, you get a black coffee. So everywhere you go, it's something different. It's never
so
the same.
funny. I remember going to Florida and asking for a coffee, because I used to get it regular.
Yeah.
Now I get it with no sugar because that's so much sugar, but personally. And I asked for it regular, and they were like, what?
Yeah, it's not a thing.
And then Andrew's...
But up here, it's like drilled into your brain.
Yeah. And then my husband's brother, when we were down there at one point, asked for his sugar melted. And the guy looked at him with like he had 7 heads and was like, do you want me to take like a torch to it or something? And I'm like, huh? I'm like, just take some fucking hot coffee, put it at the bottom, swirl it a little bit so it melts, and then put the ice... Oh, like, do you want me to take a torch to it? No, I'll take a torch to your fucking brain, you doofus.
You fucking doofus. I believe that's true, yeah. Because especially in my small town that I grew up in, we have, I think, 3 mattress stores in our small town. There's a Cardi's, and I'm pretty sure there's 2 mattress firms.
I mean, in that case,
And the thing is,
I'm going to be realistic here, and I'm going to say it's not true. It's fun to think it's true, but I don't think it is.
I think a lot of things are money laundering fronts. Because the way I think you're thinking about it is money laundering in the form of, like, the mafia. Obviously, this is, like, the mattress mafia. Mm-hmm. But when you think about it, if you just buy a business, like a mattress store, and you're moving some heavy things that are kind of like drugs, you know? You need something that's going to be as expensive as your drugs, so that way when you're depositing those amounts in your bank account, it doesn't look suspicious. So I think 100%, yeah. Obviously not all of them, and I can attest to that.
Some of them?
But some of them, I think definitely.
I will go opposite here, and I'll say false. But it is fun to think so. Don't have to worry about it.
I was trying to make sure the wire didn't go in the water.
I'll say false, but it is fun to think that it's true. That's my current standpoint.
All right. Our next one is going to be from __Dawn _ Amber __. That's 2 underscore little thingies. This theory, allegedly, this is not my opinion. I got this off of Reddit, allegedly. I just allegedly. Allegedly, Robert Kardashian allegedly destroyed evidence that allegedly would have convicted O.J. Simpson. Apparently, allegedly, he was handed a Louis Vuitton bag, allegedly, from O.J.'s assistant, allegedly, when they got back to Chicago. When asked about the bag later, he claimed that he lost it, allegedly.
Yeah, if you didn't get it,
allegedly. Yeah, allegedly.
Opinion, not fact.
Don't sue me.
If anything, this was said by someone else and not us, and we're just repeating it.
I think allegedly that sounds very plausible.
Allegedly, without getting a cease and desist, yes.
Anyway, we're moving on.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Allegedly. From user Tomas. I don't even want to say Thomas. Tomas-2112. The odds that we live in a simulation are greater than the odds that we don't live in a simulation.
If we live in a fucking simulation, dude, I want to know what the fuck they're running my life on, because, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They have all the cheats for mental illnesses. They said, this bitch is going to be fucked.
They decided to put us on, play the game in expert mode for some reason.
Yeah, for fucking some reason. They were like, she's going to have all these issues.
And then you get the Rob Kardashians and the Katy Perrys of the world where they just use the motherload cheat over and over again. Yeah. Or the Elon Musk, I should say. Yeah. And the Bill Gates.
Yeah.
And just motherload. Fuck that. I mean, with...
On a serious note, though, I know I joke around about stuff a lot, but I am very, like, knowledgeable about, like, space and things like that. And so there's, like, this genuine theory that goes around that, like, once you reach, like, as far, quote, like, as far we can go in space, it's kind of like a simulation. Like, it...
What do you mean?
Like, the way they described it, it's like once you reach the furthest part that we can go, it's like,
But how do we get to that point? That's my question. How do we know? We can barely travel to these planets that are so far from us. How do we know what the edge of space looks like? Supposedly.
It's a theory. I worded that wrong. It's like a theory. But,
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, why are you getting mad at me?
That's when I was like, I don't understand. I mean, I can see the simulation in the point of look at how technology has progressed from years ago to even like 100 years ago to now. Like it's pretty massive.
Aliens.
So if
skips right over that.
yeah, absolutely. So if technology can progress that quickly, I can definitely see us getting to the point where like VR is almost like we're real life.
It's like Ready Player One. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, or Black Mirror.
I love Black Mirror.
Good show.
What's your favorite Black Mirror episode?
My favorite?
I have a few.
I really enjoy...
Don't say it.
The one where they have the social app thing.
Nosedive.
Maybe. Where they go around and like they just rate people up or down, and your credit score is based off of your people score or whatever.
That's Nosedive, and it's really interesting because the premise of that is kind of based on how it is in China, because that's how it is in China. Your quote credit score is like a personal score, and it's by the government, and if like the government like deems you're not doing things properly, your score drops down, and then you can't.
How does the government deem your score?
It's fucking China, dude. I don't know. It's an actual thing though. We can look it up. I think my favorite Black Mirror episode, I have a few. It could be Shut Up and Dance. If you know, you fucking know.
What is that one? You have to describe these really quickly to me because I don't know the names. I just know the episode.
Shut Up and Dance is the one where he's kind of blackmailed, and then at the end you find out that he's a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. You know?
No.
Oh. And then also the one, I don't know the name of this one, but the one where him and his friend fuck in VR.
Yeah, I talk about that episode all the time. That one is so wild, bro.
That one's so fucked up. And then also San Junipero is one of my favorite ones too. The older lesbian couple in VR.
The one with Miley Cyrus is pretty good too.
I meant to tell you, that song has been stuck in my head.
On a roll.
Oh, honey. Yeah, always stuck in my head all the time.
Oh, honey, I'd do anything for you. Yeah.
Not us breaking out a song again.
There is another one. I can't think of it off the top of my... I just had it.
What is it about?
They like go to like some museum or whatever, and it's like...
Black Mirror Museum. That's the one that ties them all together.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Oh. And it's like a remote. Like it's like a remote museum. Like the girl goes to like the. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one that like ties them all together. Actually, the other one that I really like, and I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of like Star Trek, and he like takes the DNA from his coworkers and like puts them into their game. That one's a really good one too. I don't know the name of it.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Oh, it's my turn.
No,
it's your turn.
Yeah. So how do you feel about
simulation? I can say it's good, but I personally don't think it's true.
Personally, I don't know. I'm on the fence. Yes or no? Both. I don't know.
We love both.
Yeah. I don't know.
So don't you.
Fucking rude.
Gotta get the joke in somehow.
Okay. Anyway, next theory is going to be from user Zero Naptune.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, whatever. The Blues Brothers were created as a project to divert public attention from the Men in Black phenomenon, which at the time was getting real traction. The Blues Brothers is an American blues and soul band founded in 1978, and they wear black suits and black sunglasses. I don't know.
It's
kind of like a government plant kind of thing. I guess I could see it, similar to like that Frozen theory, but I guess, yeah.
I don't know enough about them, I think, to have an... So I assume 1978 was when Men in Black got big? Or the Men in Black phenomenon?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like 50-50
When Men in Black... No, Men in Black came out in 2002.
Isn't that Odd Pod, where we just Google things on the spot to give you real-time information? Paul did not like that.
I wasn't listening.
Per usual.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really find it. There is like Men in Black phenomenon, like with UFOs and stuff like that was going around at the time. I don't think so. I personally don't think. I mean, I think if anything, the black suits and all that, like looking like the Men in Black, quote unquote, is probably just because that was like the hot topic at the time, and they're like, we should just make a band and dress like that for, whatever. I don't think it was. That, yeah. I personally say false. I don't think it was the plan. I think the government does plant some things when they need to. I don't think this was one.
I can see that. Okay, your turn.
So from user JF Sindel, we'll go with it. Insurance companies routinely deny or delay payout because it's easier to let the patient die than pay out to extend their life.
100%.
What is it? Maybe I'm just misunderstanding, because I thought the hospital just does whatever and then they just bill you after.
No, so if they okay, so it depends. I think that it depends on the price of whatever it is, because some insurances won't cover certain things if they don't deem it immediate, like if they don't deem it necessary. So like if you have a heart condition and a surgery can fix it, right? But the surgery is very expensive, or you could just go on these meds, which are way less expensive. The insurance company is only going to approve the meds because they want to save money.
Right.
They don't want to pay for it. So that's basically what it means. It's like they will deny you things that could help you just simply because they don't want to pay for it. 1. 2, it's cheaper to let you die than to pay for your whatever to let you live.
That's true. I could see it.
And 100% I believe
with
that.
corporations and just insurance companies, how scammy they are.
Yeah. Whether it's
Because
like
they're
purpose,
fucking terrible.
Yeah. I was going to say, whether it's on purpose or not, they just always drag their feet with
I'm
everything.
a hashtag universal healthcare boy, but...
True.
That's just me. We won't get into that. But with the way insurance companies are and their grossness, I could see it, for sure.
I agree, yeah.
I'd say this one's true.
Next theory from user Blue Gold. Allegedly, Michael Jordan's retirement was actually a cover-up by the NBA to cover Michael Jordan's gambling addiction. I feel like, yeah, when I first wrote that, I kind of like looked it up a little bit. I think so, yeah, because apparently he retired like in his prime. I'm not in all the basketball sports shit, so I really don't know. But from what I saw, I think it's probably true, because apparently he was in his prime when he retired, and why would he retire in his prime?
Why do they care about covering up his gambling addiction?
Because he would gamble on his own games. It's illegal.
Oh.
And it's illegal to gamble in most states. Which is why a lot of people just go to Las Vegas to do it, because it's legal there.
So they force him to retire
to cover it up, yeah, instead of having like a big scandal.
I don't know enough about him or any of that to really have an opinion, so I'm just going to say true for fun.
For funsies. Allegedly.
For spice.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly true.
I just stared at Paul across the mic. I was like, say it.
Allegedly true. Don't sound clip me.
Okay, your turn.
From user KFL2400. Basically, all the new big artists are industry plants.
I'm interested to see what you have to say about this, because you love Lil Nas X, and he jokes about being an industry plant.
Does he?
Yeah. In his song Industry Baby, that's the whole premise of the song, is he's joking about being an industry plant.
Oh.
Does he?
I don't know. His music fire, so I don't care if he's a plant or not. I don't think so. What are they a plant for? Like, I would be curious to see specific examples.
Well, I think it's kind of relating back to the theory how, like, Britney Spears was a publicity stunt to distract away from things that President at the time, Bush, was doing. Mm-hmm. So anytime Bush did something that was bad, all of a sudden Britney shaved her head. And then every time Bush did something bad, all of a sudden Britney's having a mental breakdown. Like, things like that. So I think kind of like just planting stories and like planting people that they're easier to manipulate, I think, is kind of the premise of the theory.
I'm going to read... I just found... This site is called Lipstick, but with a Q at the end. So I don't necessarily... Obviously don't take this as fact.
But he's sorting his sorts.
Yeah. For...
Sources.
I mean, I know that, like, Lorde, it says, the New England-born singer-songwriter Lorde was accused of being an industry plant when fans discovered that she had allegedly signed to Universal Music Group when her EP, The Love Club, was released for free on the music streaming platform SoundCloud. It was said that the record executives felt confident pushing ahead with an official release when it was downloaded over 60,000 times. Her fame was disguised as organic growth with a strong underdog narrative, while in reality, she was backed by a massive label.
Yeah. So, like, the backstory you get where it's like, woe is me, I had to do all the work, that's a lie.
But she was already bringing up by... There is... Who else is on here? And then there is a Jennifer Lopez one, which I didn't know Jennifer Lopez had ghost singers, which is fun. Allegedly, I guess? Allegedly. I don't know if it's allegedly.
Allegedly, it used to be Ashanti, and people are joking now because J-Lo's putting out a new album that Ashanti is going to get work again.
For her, it says, J-Lo has been a fixture in pop culture for more than 20 years, achieving great success in both her film and music career and even getting to perform at the Super Bowl with Shakira. Aside from being universally known as a good performer with a great stage presence, she's also notorious for her not-so-great vocal performances. Uh-oh, is this referring to what I just said. There was also suspicion surrounding music executives using her music career to spite Mariah Carey, even mimicking her. Moreover, she has been accused of using ghost singers to sing in her albums and keeping singers in demos and songs without crediting them. For example, in one of her recent hits, All I Have, people believe that J-Lo only sang a small part of it.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with that.
That's a conspiracy theory all on its own.
Yeah. That I think I agree with. Because there's one song, I think it's I Ain't Your Mama. It just sounds like Meghan Trainor. And someone pointed that out, and I cannot hear it now.
I guess it does, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it.
But yeah, overall, our big artist industry plants, I guess I could see some being and some not being.
Yeah.
Depending.
Obviously, it's not all of them.
I think I don't know if they were just plans or just manipulative growth. Like, especially that Lord one. Like, she was just...
I think a lot of them, too, end up actually being, like, Nepo babies.
That, too. That definitely helps. So, I'd toss this one in the middle. I won't hard go either way.
Samesies. Okay. Our next theory is going to be from user Darth_Toast. This theory is there's nothing in Area 51. If there was, it would have been broken into or bombed by now. I bet the real shit is in some Area 37 in Idaho. Paul knows how I feel about Area 51, so I'm going to let Paul go first.
I have never been on board with Area 51 as aliens. Again, that's one of the things that... It was the bracelet. Oh it's one of those things that I think is fun to think about. Like, oh, there's aliens inside that building, but
so
I don't think that's
aliens?
True. Huh?
You don't believe in aliens?
I do.
Oh.
But I don't necessarily...
We were about
No, I do. It would be very...
Simple-minded of you.
Yes, correct. To think that we're the only thing in this entire fucking huge space simulation.
I agree.
Not simulation. But... I just don't think Area 51 is aliens like everyone says.
What do you think is in there then?
Just fucking stupid government shit. I think it's just a boring old fucking office.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you think the aliens are in Antarctica.
No. Okay. The theory that I think, and Paul hates me for it, is that I think that Area 51 is like a cover-up, a ploy, just something that's there. Because think back to a few years ago where it was like a thing where it was like a Facebook event to go to Area 51 and storm it.
I remember
Like, they couldn't stop all of us. The government didn't put a stop to that. They kind of just stood outside and were like, dude, fuck off. Like,
it was one of those things where the government was just saying, fuck around and find out.
Yeah, but if there was actually something there, like they've been hinting that there is, then it would have been shut down. But the fact that they were just kind of just like, whatever, like, you're not getting in, but like, you can stand out here. It's like, to me, I feel like there's nothing actually there, but aliens are real, and what are the odds that there's not facilities that their technology is in and that we're experimenting with and things like that. I just don't think that it's in Area 51. And the reason I say it's in Antarctica, I can't talk. I'm going to do a whole conspiracy about this one day, so just get ready for that. But there's a treaty in Antarctica where, like, so many countries signed the treaty where it's like no one can lay claim to it. And, like, why is that? Why is that? And it's not because that's where the Great Ice Wall is. That's not at all what it is. Going back to Flat Earth, I really think it's because there's a facility there where they just have all the alien stuff, and it's just like not a UN thing, but like a UN thing where there's a bunch of different countries that have stuff there. So that's what I think.
That's fair.
Paul, like, shits on my life about it all the fucking time.
Yeah, and I won't. I'll save all my shit talking for that episode. But and
if you have any opinions about that, please let me know, because I would love to have a conversation about that. My brother is really big on stuff like that. My brother's name is also Paul. Hi, Paul. He's really big on stuff like that. So anyway, yeah.
We won't get...
I don't think it's in Idaho, but yeah.
This one, I do believe that there's nothing in Area 51. I just don't necessarily think that it's just because there's something somewhere else. That's my thought.
Boring. Anyway.
I know. So, user I_fucking_love_it_mate.
Same.
Said, the show Sesame Street is an attempt to brainwash American kids into communist Soviet sleeper agents. I'm going to say no, because I don't... Maybe it's just because I haven't seen enough of Sesame Street, but I don't see what would point towards such a theory.
I was a Sesame Street kid growing up. I'm not a sleeper agent. I would say probably no.
Do you want to give your soul to Mother Russia or Daddy China because of Sesame Street?
No, I'm going to pull you and I'm going to sell my soul to the devil.
Good choice. Recommend. I mean, what? I didn't do that. Sorry, Daddy Satan. I didn't talk about it.
Shut up. No.
You don't agree?
No.
Neither do I.
Okay, so user capital C, lowercase a, capital R, capital L, lowercase e, capital S, capital G, lowercase o.
Yep. Carl's go.
Carl's go. Humans can be immortal, but oxygen, instead of being what gives us life, is what takes it from us. And Earth is actually a prison planet, and we are descendants of those prisoners. This is like one of those...
I give people credit for being so fucking creative. Because
I thought you were going to say I give people credit for being so fucking stupid.
No, I give people credit for being creative because I can never think like that, but also credit for being so stupid. I want to see a movie.
Shut the fuck up.
I want to see a movie like that.
I was just going to say that if you let me fucking talk. I feel like, one, that's a plot to a movie or a book. Two, I feel like this is like a deep dark web Reddit conspiracy theory.
Oh, absolutely.
You know who would eat this up? Tiana. Tiana would probably eat this conspiracy theory up. She likes weird shit like that.
So you're trying to tell me if I just stop sucking in oxygen, I'd be immortal?
You should try it sometime.
I will.
Do it right now. And we're back. Paul's dead.
Ooh.
Remember when I said that Paul would be a ghost and wouldn't believe that he's a ghost? Him now. Him right now. He's in denial. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. Stop fucking looking at me like that.
Stop talking to me. I'm supposed to be dead. So the next one from user that Breana wants to do, but was trying to say for me. One cruel _ intent. Antivirus companies make computer viruses.
100%. Not all of them. Not all computer viruses, but 100%. They definitely.
I could 100%.
Yeah.
I could 100% agree with that because how the fuck are you going to sell a product and not have anything to use it on?
And your product gets so good that all of a sudden it's like, you don't need it anymore. Of course they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, definitely hackers make their own. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Not all of them, yeah.
I definitely could see computer virus software companies making their own. Especially not necessarily like really bad ones, but just small like, ooh, your computer's locked out. Call us, just like small little things. I believe it. 100%.
Okay, so the next one is user One Sweet Chuck. This one's so funny. NASA astronauts Mark Lee and Dan Davis definitely had sex in space for research purposes. They were the only married couple to go into space together. 100%.
All I could say is if Andrew and I went to space and we were the only ones up there and there weren't cameras around to see, we'd be fucking.
No, there's definitely going to be 100% cameras. They're doing it for research purposes.
Oh. Then I'm going to cover those cameras and we'd be fucking.
When I looked at this
because I feel like that would be so fun.
Shut up. When I looked at this theory, they obviously had like a bunch of responses to it. I didn't put everything in there. Mm-hmm. But it literally said that like there was a chamber where they could conduct like private research stuff. Well,
I'm sure it is real private research stuff.
Getting dick down in zero gravity. That seems like a Mile High Club bucket list kind of thing.
Especially just being able to say that. Be like, yeah, we fucked in space, baby. Like, just having that on your resume.
Pornhub views going crazy.
We fucked in space. # not clickbait.
100% I believe it.
Yeah. And if they didn't, they missed out a really good opportunity. That would just be so fun, I think. So from user unlucky _ pomegranate 3, government cover-up. In 1958, a 7,600-pound nuclear bomb was lost off the coast of Georgia. It's never been found.
That is 100% something the government would cover up.
I mean, I guess. What? This was very vague.
The point of it is just saying that, like, do you think that's something the government would cover up?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's it.
They're not going to be like, oh, FYI, there's a huge fucking nuke somewhere in the ocean. Good luck. They're just like, no, that doesn't exist, even if it does.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I agree, yeah. This is my favorite. This next one's my favorite. From user Teddy SD. All rocks are soft until you touch them. That, to me, is so fucking funny. 100%. That's so fucking funny. Could you, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% true, but could you imagine a soft rock? Like, if you went to touch one, it didn't know you were going to touch it, and it was just, like, soft and sticky like slime. Paul's just staring at me across the room. Are you going to talk?
I have nothing. This is so stupid. I have nothing.
Fuck you.
I got nothing. I'm saying no. I mean,
Boring.
I am going to be very boring, yeah.
Boring.
It's funny, hee hee haha, but no.
Boring. Boring.
Again, I credit people for being so creative. Everybody's so creative. Do you get those TikToks?
No. Paul is so fucking boring sometimes. Some very niche things Paul think are very funny and stupid and hilarious. But other things, if they don't fall into his niche sense of humor, he's just like, no, you're stupid.
Correct. I was yawning at the same time, bitch. So, from user Dione7, Diones7, sure. There was no Cold War. It was just a cover for two allies to build super advanced militaries to prepare for an alien invasion. And North Korea doesn't exist. It's just a black site. Testing ground for Russian-American super advanced weapons and tech. I don't believe that.
Me either. Specifically the one about North Korea not existing. Because I feel like every time there's like, oh, Russian-American this, Russian-American that. Russia and America do not like each other. We're not besties. We don't go to the gym together. We don't do anything together. Like, we're not frenemies. We're just enemies. Unless
President Poot Poot is just a really good actor. No. Because that man is fucking off the hinges, bruh.
Off his rocker.
Yeah. I don't believe that. I mean, could I just see it being the Cold War being a war America and Russia just decided to keep going at because they wanted a reason to create bigger and better weapons for themselves? Yes.
That's what I think, though. That's what I think the basis of that theory is. But I hate it when people say that wars, like, aren't real. Because, like, so going back to the faking earthquake thing, it's like, how do you just have something so devastating not be real?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Just ask the families that lost people because they said war and ask them if it's real or not.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah. So from user SickB. Apple created the meme about AirPods being expensive as a marketing ploy. Fuck yeah. Do you remember that?
No.
It was a thing where it's like, oh, you're really going to buy wireless headphones for like, they're so expensive, blah, 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 blah. Like, you can just get wired headphones. And then you looked at the price of them, and the original AirPods were like $100. Like, it's like, they 100% they just like kept saying how expensive they were. And then you would go to look at the price, and they were really not that expensive. And the point of it being a marketing ploy is to make you go look and be like, oh, they're actually not that expensive, and then buy them.
I could see that. Yeah.
I knew that you were confused. That's why I just kept explaining it.
Thank you, because you could see the look on my face. Like, what the fuck? That I wouldn't put that past. It is definitely. I think that kind of falls in line with like when people hear like, oh, it's 25% off, or it's just the sale mentality in general. Just the whole. That's like something seems cheaper when it's written as $2.99 than it does as
$3,
$300 or $3, whatever you look at it as.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You said $2.99. I was like, $2?
Like, that's why companies won't just make it $300, even though it is $300, because they say $2.99 and like, oh, that's cheap. But then as soon as it hits that $300 mark, they're like, too much.
Yeah.
It's like, it's $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or a cent, depending on which $2.99 we're looking at.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. From user The Red Layer. Layer as in like Layer.
Yeah.
Not evil layer.
I was like, what else?
The value of expensive art is just a cover-up currency for rich people to buy drugs or other illegal things under the radar. I am going to say no, because I know art is just really huge for people, and the price, obviously, demand will skyrocket price. I believe, depending on who it's from, it's true. I'm sure there are instances of like fake deals, essentially, like selling something cheap, but you're actually buying something a lot more expensive, like drugs. So I could see that. But
money laundering is what you're describing.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with that. I think not all of it, obviously, because obviously art is subjective, and some people love it, some people hate it, blah blah blah. But there's like the market for art. Specifically like new age art where it's like very minimalistic and it's just like a line on a fucking canvas and it's like fucking $3,000. It's like there's cocaine in that canvas, isn't it? Like it has to be. Yeah. So
I could see it.
I agree with some of it. Yes.
I think it all depends.
This is Paul's favorite conspiracy, the one that I'm about to say. This is from user _the rabbit. Allegedly, the Kardashian sisters are keeping their brother chubby so they can use his fat for their injections. Allegedly.
It's funny because I don't even know who is their brother. I don't even.
Rob Kardashian.
Is he chubby?
He used to date Adrienne Bailon from the Cheetah Girls.
Is he chubby?
Yes.
Oh.
He had a baby with Blac Chyna.
I want to just say yes because it would be so funny. Because
you remember when I laughed about rocks being soft and you called me stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you're stupid.
He's the only chubby one in that family. All of them are so, like...
Yeah, but because they get fucking surgeries.
Yeah. Even Scott Disick is fit. Is a fit man.
Lord Disick.
I want to say yes. I want to believe it so bad.
I don't have an opinion. It's stupid.
I want to believe it so bad because it's so funny.
Stupid.
It's so funny.
Stupid.
It's like, hey, bro, can I have some fat for my butt, please? Like, what do you mean?
Stupid.
It's so funny.
Stupid.
I love it so much.
Anyway.
Great theory. From user the jiggling_puff. Why does grape-flavored stuff taste like purple and not grapes?
Tell me it doesn't. Tell me artificial grape does not taste like the color purple. I 100% agree with that. 100%. Grapes, the flavor of a grape and the flavor of artificial grape are two completely different flavors. And tell me why artificial grape is purple.
Well, that's the same thing with like actual cotton candy and artificial cotton candy are so far different tasting.
Why is that a thing?
And even banana, like true bananas and like artificial banana are also two different things.
I don't think so. I think banana Laffy
But
Taffy banana.
I also heard with the banana thing at least.
I love banana Laffy Taffy.
The bananas that we have like here are completely different from what they used to be. And the artificial banana is actually very close to another species of banana that we don't really see anymore.
I love banana Laffy Taffy. I could fuck up some banana Laffy Taffy.
I just hate Laffy Taffy in general.
Oh.
Sorry.
You really are boring.
Yeah. But I mean,
This isn't really a theory you agree with. It's just a statement.
Yeah.
It's
just I can agree that artificial grape is so far gone from.
But the thing for it though is like it's like a condition, not a condition, but it's like a thing that people have where they can like taste colors. And I don't have it, but I feel like that is what it means.
I don't understand that.
It's just a different way that your brain works.
I suppose. I'll say true. Sure. We'll go with it.
Like, I don't know, but when I'm like, I don't like artificial grape flavor. And for that exact reason, because every time I eat it, I was like, that does not taste like grapes. It simply just tastes like the color purple.
Sure.
Boring. Okay. So my last theory is from user Betty E_Wayne. Jurassic Park is real. You can't tell me Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos aren't hiding dinosaurs from us.
I want that to be real so bad.
I hope to God it's not. If these stupid motherfuckers didn't learn anything from those cinematic masterpieces that have been plaguing us since the 1990s, stupid.
It's funny. I was just talking about this the other day. How I want dinosaurs to be real so bad.
No.
I would just want to ride one, like riding a T-Rex. That'd be so fun.
You are stupid. I wouldn't go. If it was real, I would not go.
You wouldn't go to Jurassic Park?
No. I learned my lesson watching those movies. I love those movies. No.
I would go.
No. I don't think it's like actually real, like on its own island, but I think they are experimenting. The same thing going back to human cloning that we talked about in our
they have
theory.
to be.
Yeah.
Well, like fossils and DNA, I'm sure they found with dinosaurs. They definitely are trying to either clone or just modify current genetics of some sort of animal to like incorporate them back in.
Yeah. 100%.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of dinosaur-like creature in a lab right now that we'll see coming up. Who knows?
No. Anyway.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned to life.
Your next
theory.
So,
the very last theory I get the pleasure of talking about. I don't even know what it is until right now. Breana did all of these. So
I don't remember doing them, though. I did it a few days ago.
From user level-1boy, level 1 noob.
Shut the fuck up.
Mark Zuckerberg is a robot.
100%.
And as Breana continues to say, I mean, come on. How can you be one of the richest people in the world and look like that?
100%. He looks like Sid the Sloth from the Ice Age movies.
I can't disagree with you, which is why it's funny.
I just realized I'm cackling and Andrew's on a fucking work call.
That's fine.
100%. Sometimes his mannerisms too.
I was going to say, the way he like holds himself and speaks sometimes, I'm like, Are you sure you just weren't recharged?
Do you remember when he was like in front of, what was it, the Senate about the Facebook stuff, and just the way he was like reacting, I was like, that man. Either that or he's a flesh runner.
I want to say.
Do you know what I just said?
No.
Flesh runner?
No. What is it?
I can't say it.
Okay. I want to say...
If you know what a flesh runner is, let me know.
I want to say at the beginning he was a real person, and then he got big, and then he just started doing experiments on himself, and now he's just becoming AI. That's my theory. Allegedly.
What's another word for flesh? We've been doing crossword puzzles a lot lately, so let's play a game. What's another word for flesh?
Skin.
Yep, correct. And instead of running, what do you do at a slower pace?
Why do you not want to say that?
Because you're not supposed to say it. It's a thing. It's like a cryptid that if you say it, it like...
I want to say it. I'm gonna. Skinwalker?
It's your house. It's fucking your house. Your dogs...
You're talking about skinwalkers?
Your dogs are probably...
Oh my god.
If your dogs start acting fucking weird...
See, this goes back to believing in ghosts, and we all know how I feel about that.
I'm gonna do a fucking episode about them, but I'm gonna call them flesh runners.
Flesh runners. So that's why you said you could... I was like, what? Is it something bad? Oh, no, you're just talking about skinwalkers. Now I know what you're talking about.
Do you even know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what those are. But yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye. No. Overall, I think a lot of these, can be very true.
Some of them are just for funsies, because I wanted to, for Paul to get mad, because he gets mad about dumb stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But some of these I want to believe in. Some of these I do believe in. Others are dumb.
So I hope you enjoyed our little bonus episode that we had here for you guys. If you have any interesting theories that you want us to talk about, maybe we'll do this again and we'll throw in some from you guys. Email them to us at isntthatoddpod@gmail.com, and I will sift through them because that's my job.
Yeah. And then obviously I'm going to leave, especially on Spotify because they have this option. With this episode, I'll just kind of leave an open slate so you can kind of give your thoughts on any particular theory that you want to add more context to, or just your thoughts to, and then we'll kind of revisit and talk about them and kind of have a little extra piece of an episode down the line.
What are your opinions about conspiracy theories? Like, I know this podcast has conspiracy theories, but do you think that most of them, and by most I mean like a certain percentage of them, are just strictly people just being fucking idiots, or do you think that a lot of them are just the truth? I feel like a lot of it is probably false, but there is always shreds of truth in some sort of way. Exactly. I agree with that too. So, I'm a big conspiracy theory person. I like thinking like big brain about stuff like that, but some of them are very stupid. Yeah. Like the rock one, that to me is fucking hilarious, because just imagine, not even saying it should, just imagine touching a rock and it being soft. That would blow my fucking mind. I would throw up. I was just going to say I would throw up. That's what I say that I'm going to do when I'm uncomfortable. Whenever I'm uncomfortable, I immediately get nauseous. I want to throw up. Same. But with conspiracy theories, I think a lot of them, besides the rock one, are just like have bits of shreds of truth in them. I mean, some, as we saw in episode 7, are true, where like the gaydar, the Canada wasn't doing stress tests, it was all just a gay test. Yeah. So obviously there's like some of them can be true, and others have been proved to be true, like MK Ultra and stuff like that. I want to talk about MK Ultra. Do it. It's a lot of research. Yeah. That's my problem with conspiracy theories, is there's a lot of research that go into like the really good ones. So some are obviously real. Others have shreds of truth, but are very far from the actual truth. And then others are just fucking like are rock soft. I agree. Fuck off. I like picking your brain sometimes about things, because I say that you're very boring, but you're very logical when you think about things. Maybe too logical. I think it's because I'm such like at heart, I'm a very artistic person. We talk about this all the time because I have a million fucking hobbies. I love doing things like that to like make my brain like work and stuff like that. So a lot of things I'm like, oh, I can see where they're coming from that. But you specifically, I feel like if you even have to think about something and it kind of makes you go like, ew, you're just like, no, wrong, stupid. Anyway, next. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why I have such a different take than most want me to on like ghosts or things, because I try to think of me. Yeah. I just try to think of the most logical side of things, and that's probably just my Virgo energy coming out. It's just very methodical, I always hate logical. That you talk about being a Virgo, because I am an Aries sun, but I'm a Virgo moon and rising. And I feel like we're similar in some ways, but in some ways we're not.
Well,
granted,
that could also be a mix of my Virgo and then my fucking Scorpio, everything else.
Paul is like entire birth chart is Scorpio. I was roasting him. I was reading him to filth one day when we were looking at birth charts. And
it's funny because I don't get along with Scorpios.
I wonder fucking why.
Why?
Because it's all the qualities that you don't like, and you are seeing them on somebody else, and you're just like, no.
That's true.
Anyway.
But anywho.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We now have Facebook. We didn't say that in the last one. Paul loves Facebook. Follow us everywhere at isntthatoddpod. Let us know how you feel. Paul, what else do you say?
Hey, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
I already said that.
At isntthatoddpod.
isntthatoddpod.com.
No. At isntthatoddpod. And especially now, YouTube. You can listen to our audio on YouTube, especially if you want to make more comments. More lengthy comments.
If we made a website, I would be a menace to society.
I don't want a website.
I would be a menace to society posting shit on there.
No, thank you. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, really anywhere you get your podcast. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us really great reviews because we're really
rate
fucking
us 5
awesome.
stars and then leave us bad reviews. I like that too.
Yeah, just shit on our life, but give us 5 stars.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you make us look good, it's fine. People only look at the stars; they don't look at the comments. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just make us look really good because we are good. So tell others we're good, or else.
I hope that no one ever thinks that we're scripted because we're literally just fucking off our rockers.
This is probably the most scripted we get.
Yeah, it's Paul's end of episode thing.
Yeah. We also do have a Google Doc that we talk about all the time on our link tree that you can find in our Instagram bio where you can suggest future episodes to us. So if there's a specific conspiracy, true crime, or paranormal story that you really like and you want us to talk about and hear our comments about, you can suggest it on there. And we can potentially plan it for a future episode if Breana or I want to talk about it. And you can have a little helping hand in our podcast.
Also, too, while I'm thinking about it, shout out to Noor, who is our coworker and is now our unofficial, unpaid research assistant. They have been sending us so many things to talk about with like links, trying to make our jobs easier by doing this podcast, obviously, because we do this in our free time. But shout out to Noor.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Super shout out to Noor. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it.
We stan Noor.
We do. We'll break all the rules. Give a shout out and stan Noor all at the same time.
They are going to love this. They're going to love this little shout out.
Shout out to you. You're great. Thank you for doing that. That helps us a lot, especially in the days where I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. I could just sift through all the recommendations you give. So I'll shut you out at that point too, obviously, if I use it. But for right now, thanks for doing what you're doing. You're great. We love you. You're awesome.
Amazing. Love you.
And how are we going to sign off now? I've already forgot.
Don't be a douchebag.
Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Don't be a douchebag. We should just like rotate between swear words. Don't be a cunt. I love that word.
Kunt. Yeah. So
airport. I'm not going to the airport.
Moving forward, from this time forward, don't be a douchebag.
Don't be a dick.
Be a good society citizen. And
be a menace. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a douchebag, and you'll be good. Other than that, we'll see you on whatever episode comes after this, because this is no particular episode number in general.
Yeah,
so
this is a bonus. Be happy.
Whenever we see you next, we'll see you next.
Yeah.
And we love you all the same.
Yeah.
But until then,
bye.
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 Bye.